What do you do with greeting cards after you get them? Once they've been on display for a while, you might throw them into a box where they'll never see the light of day again. Or, I hate to admit it, but yes, sometimes they go in the trash. But sometimes you get those cards with such sentimental notes inside that you just can't throw out, and maybe you don't want to store it somewhere you'll never find it again. For this reason, I decided to try binding the cards together using a Coptic stitch method. This makes a great way to archive those special cards into sort of an album, and you can keep them on display like on a bookshelf. If you want to try this out with your own cards, here's how you can do it. First, I gather all the cards and stack them with all the folded edges on the same side. Then use clips to hold them in place. Now I need it to stay upright, and to do this I just placed it between two mugs. Now take a scrap piece of paper and fold it to form a straight edge. I'm going to use this to measure out the space between binding holes. Now mark lines across the folded edges of the cards. Then unclip the cards and pierce holes on the marks of each card with a thumbtack or an awl if you have one. And keep them in the order you mark them. After the holes are made, it's time to bind with the Coptic stitch method. I'm using craft thread and a large needle. Single thread the needle, and to estimate the amount of thread, just string it along the edge times the number of cards you have. To start, sew into the bottom card, leaving some thread on the end. Then return back in and leave a small loop on the outside. Repeat this on the next holes. You can then tie that bit you left on the end in a knot and trim the excess off. Now grab the next card, sew into the hole and out the other, then through that little loop you made, and back in. Continue sewing as you would with a Coptic stitch binding. If you're unfamiliar with Coptic stitch binding, I highly recommend watching this easy to follow tutorial I made on how to do it. You can also find a link to this video in the description below. When you reach the last card, tie a knot on the inside and cut the excess thread off, and it's done. I hope you found this video helpful and try turning your own greeting cards into an album. Feel free to like, share, or leave your comments below. For more tutorials, be sure to subscribe and check out my channel. For another tutorial involving greeting cards, check out the video to the left. If you like the light that was on my bookshelf, see how I made it in the video on the right. You can find all these links and more in the description below.